Premier League statement confirms Manchester City have been charged with numerous breaches of financial rules.
What? Nah, I never knew that.
What a week, lads, and it's genuinely only Tuesday. If you're a Manchester City fan, you probably already know what's going on, but there's been some massive news this week in regards to the reigning league champions and, of course, the Premier League as a whole. Manchester City are being investigated or have been charged with 100 different breaches of Premier League financial fair play rules. Now, I don't need my A-level maths results to tell you that 100 is a pretty decent number. And it's not something we've really seen before, unless you're Todd Bowley's accountant. But what does it mean for Manchester City? What does it mean for the Premier League? And how are they going to be punished if these charges are completely upheld? Because one reporter, Martin Ziegler, is suggesting that Man City won't be able to appeal any sanction to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, which is the court that overturned the ban they had from UEFA in 2018, I want to say. But let's take a look at the possible sanctions that they're going to be facing here, alright? So potential punishments we've got for Man City: a ban on playing matches. The FA, Liverpool, whatever Man City have done, we did it, innit? Because I don't want to watch us play football anymore, so if you could ban us play. Points reductions, or of course points deductions, like what Juventus suffered for a similar kind of offence over in Serie A. Replaying matches. Now this seems like the most outlandish one to me. They're not going to make Man City play all of the matches from, I don't know, title wins that they've had in recent years. We've got expulsion from the Premier League, a heavy fine, unregistering some players, or any other sanction that the Premier League deems appropriate. Now, expulsion from the Premier League, I believe, would also remove their league titles as well. Lucas Leiva's seen the news, and after finishing second with Liverpool side almost 10 years ago, he's wondering if he's entitled to a medal. If they did get this punishment as well, I think it would mean that Liverpool would gain 3 Premier League titles and Manchester United would as well. I don't care if it's 10 years late, lads. I'm going to the Premier League bus parade. Harry Maguire could be a Premier League champion, and he's a smart fridge for... And I don't even think he's that smart. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could well have actually been at the wheel.
He's doing it. He's doing his thing. Man United are back.
Think about it as well. If they have all their titles taken away from 2009, which is of course the window we're talking about here, Sergio Aguero's iconic Premier League winning goal against QPR doesn't even count anymore. I don't think his heart can take that. That's probably a bad choice of words. At least for Man City fans, it's not all bad news when it comes to rescinding trophies and that. UEFA can confirm that they don't have to at least take a Champions League trophy away from them. Nah, cheating for like 9 years and still not winning a European trophy is ridiculous. Honestly, lads, finances, I don't know anything about them. Fuck knows whether they've done it. Fuck knows how they've done it. They've done it. And I know that they have. You can't be signing Roque Santa Cruz for like 32 mil and not breaching some kind of law. Throw the book at them. Get them out of the division, I say. There's no vested interest from me at all. Here's Pep having a conversation with the players he's actually legally bought at the club ahead of their Vanarama National League clash next season. Man City fans are going to be shocked finding out what level of the English pyramid they're going to be playing in.
Easy top 3. If I'm not 60!
The only Lancashire derby I want Man City involved in next season is against Bamber Bridge FC. Erling Haaland's gonna have a field day outside of the Prem. Imagine him turning up against semi-professional window cleaners from York. To be honest, he's a harsh critic on himself, and I don't think he'll be too pleased when he only scores 63 next season against Blythe Spartans.
A bit shit, but that's all it is. Steady with the language.
Look, at least there'll be some joy for Man City fans. They'll be on the pitch when they win the West Lancashire Combined Counties Central Division League 3. Who am I kidding? Man City fans won't be sticking about for this. They'll have a new chant to get involved in by next season. Look, maybe it's not too late for Manchester City to do something about this situation. You know, if they could offload Scott Carson for like 63 million, that'll balance the books. And look, they've got a court case to get through as well. You know, there's still things that they can do to try and ensure that they are innocent. Then again, I don't know if Jack Grealish will be that much use when he's given evidence in court and the prosecution start asking him about laws that have more than 7 letters in them.
Oh, well, I don't know what that means.
Calvin Phillips won't care about the repercussions when he finds out that he gets extra free meals in jail.
Get me arrested! Open the door! Open the door! Open the door! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Open the door!
And look, if they get Yaya Toure to testify, it's a wrap for everybody. This African curse is entering stage 11 right now. Pep will be devastated when he sees the Ivorian walk into the courtroom. And look, Yaya, he's got a lot of things to get off his chest, man. And they're not gonna stop him from saying all of it in front of the jury.
Hang on, let me finish.
Apparently, it was someone within Manchester City during this time frame who may well have given away vital information and now led to Manchester City being investigated and possibly charged. Mikel Arteta was Pep Guardiola's number 2. He snitched. I knew he was a gunner, but this is out of control now. So you're telling me Arsene Wenger bought Mikel Arteta to Arsenal, let him do his coaching badges, then sent him to Man City, only for him to be an undercover agent to bring down the entire football club?
He's done it again!
The lawyer for the case trying to prosecute Man City is apparently an Arsenal fan. City, give it up. It's over. I'm sorry. You had some good times. You've got to wonder where it'll stop for key Manchester City employees of the time. Paul Vincent Kompany's getting taken away at Burnley's championship parade for his role in all of this. But look, listen, let's be totally real. That's only one of the options or one of the sanctions that can be taken against Manchester City here. There's also the option of a points deduction. We saw that, of course, with Juventus over in Italy, as I mentioned earlier on. They were given a 15-point deduction, but for things that seemed a lot less important than this. That was basically for an unrealistic showing of their books, which Manchester City have also apparently been investigated for here as well. Not providing accurate financial information, breaching profit and sustainability rules, and not complying with the UEFA regulations around club licensing and FFP. So this is on a far, far bigger scale than what Juventus have been doing. Imagine you're a Chelsea fan seeing all of this after your club's just spent 6.3 billion in the January transfer window.
I don't get nervous, but I'm starting to get a bit shaky, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit worried.
As I said though, look, the points deduction is also a possibility. To put it into perspective, if they were given a 15 points deduction like Juventus were, they'd still be above Chelsea and Liverpool. But if we're being totally honest, we've seen Manchester City's lawyers. They've been here before. And in a year when this is all said and done, they'll be making their way out of the courtroom, having managed to reduce Manchester City sanctions to a £6,000 fine and community service. But what does this mean, like really, for Manchester City? Because these are unprecedented charges in an era of financial fair play. We have not seen a football club, I don't think, allegedly guilty for this much stuff in regards to FFP. If Man City are genuinely found guilty, and of course they cannot appeal as well, this is going to be serious. Like, I'm genuinely going to be honest, this is going to be serious. It's just whether they're found guilty or how much they are found guilty for. But they have a great army of lawyers that basically managed to bully the UEFA case out of court. For me though, it has to set a precedent, this case, and that's not because I don't have a horse in this race. Liverpool are 11th in the league, lad. So I don't have like a crazy horse in this race, but I think just to try and maintain some level of order with the finances of football, which have been spiraling out of control now for a number of years, 20, 30 plus. We've already seen the ridiculous spending of the Premier League in comparison to other leagues or the rest of the major tournaments in Europe. If it continues at the current level and we allow Manchester City to get away with things like that if they are found guilty, what is gonna stop the major powers financially, like your Newcastles, Chelseas, and of course Man City again, from just cheating again? The trajectory of football over the last 30 years has been to keep the rich rich and the poor poor. This would be the ultimate example if Man City are allowed to get away with a limited punishment. But what do you think will happen? What will we see from Manchester City next season or in seasons beyond? Do we think expulsion from the Premier League is realistic, or is a points deduction and financial cap a bit more of a realistic punishment? Let me know down in the comments section below what you think. If you enjoyed this one, of course, feel free to slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.